Whoa, what's this? Sudden drop in production quality? Yep. Much like me myself, my production quality decided to go on spring break. So you're getting Zoom until I think uh Sunday. Next Sunday. You're getting Zoom into the Den episodes until next Sunday. Deal with it. I'm sorry, but you gotta deal with it. But in any case, Bruins fans, it is time to hug it out because that is a 4-2 victory over the. Let me just there we go. That is a 4-2 victory over the New York Rangers. Welcome back to Into the Den, everybody. Yeah, that was indeed a game. That was a game. That was a 60 minutes of hockey that was played. Not only was it a full 60 minutes that was being played, it was the first game for the Bruins after the trade deadline, which was March 3rd, yesterday. And not only for that, it was the first game for Tyler Bertuzzi as a Boston Bruin on the third line. And honestly, I think he had a pretty decent game. But did everybody on the Bruins have a decent game? We'll talk about that. The Bruins come into this game on an absolutely torrid 9-game win streak. Have we played fantastic in all of them? No, we haven't. I still think that Calgary game, it's insane that we didn't lose that one. But we come into this game on a very very hot streak, and the Rangers come into this one losing 5 of their last 7, and they would come out of this losing 6 of their last 8. So that is so that is the dichotomy of the teams that we're playing of the teams on the ice for tonight. But I mean, it's also not really that. It's also not really a game that's it's also not really that a game that like the Bruins have to try insanely hard in, because the Rangers not only have been struggling as of late, but they're also down to 11 forwards and 5 defensemen. They are playing pretty shorthanded. Of course, one of those players that is not injured is Patrick Kane, who just joined the Rangers for the last game, and has decided to and logged a total of zero goals, 0 assists, 0 shot, and just 4 shots on goal. That is all that he provided to the team. But anyway, the game starts. Like, comment, and subscribe. Did not miss it. But the game starts, puck drops, and the Rangers pretty early on are putting the pressure on very well. That even shorthanded, the Rangers are playing up to their competition. And then we get the the start of the penalties. Oh boy, the start of the penalties. Pretty quickly on in the first period, that Philip Hedl ends up hitting Connor Clifton in a way that triggers an interference call. And in the rush to get to the puck, freaking who is it? Patrick Kane ends up knocking Tomas Nosek down to the ground. I don't like Patrick Kane, but I think that this is a pretty quick, clean hit. But Garnet Hathaway did not take kindly to that, and he gets right up in Kane's grill. Like, everybody is focused on that until Jimmy Vesey decides to be a little bit of a punk ass. And like, I just saw Goon yesterday. I just saw Goon for the first time in my life yesterday, and I don't really think that freaking Derek Forbort is the next Doug Glatt. This was a Doug Glatt type of fight. Some punk ass tries to test Derek Forbort, the birthday boy himself, and he just gets knocked to the ground in a matter of seconds. And I know most hockey fights don't really last a minute, but like, this is quicker than like a matter of seconds. This is just like freaking, he is on the ground, and and the fight is over within less than 10. And that is why you don't test Derek Forbort, especially on his birthday. Happy birthday, Derek. Well, but while Forward and Heedle while Forward and VC are going to the box for fighting, Philip Heedle is also going for interference on and Connor Clifton. This is the seventh ranked penalty power play in the league versus the 17th ranked penalty kill, and of course New York kills it. In fact, actually no. I was gonna say, in fact, throughout this entire first what was it? I was gonna say, throughout this entire for 3-game series is in the regular season between the Bruins and the Rangers, not a single power play goal scored, but that stays true until the second period. But we're not there yet. We still have to talk about the first goal of the year. We still have to talk about the first goal of the game, and that comes off of Coyle stick for the first time since February 28th. First time that he has scored in a month. And Frederick, first of all, amazing entry by Tyler Bertuzzi. He takes the puck, he steps into the zone, and he lost it into the far corner where he knows Frederick's going to get it. Frederick passes it along the end, and Bertuzzi puts it right up in front, and Coyle's just there to tap it, to blast it in from the top of the crease to put the Bruins up 1-0. But Bertuzzi's not done yet. He's going for the Gordie Howe hat trick to start his Bruins career. He gets 2 for slashing with 7 seconds left in the period, which means we have 150 left on the we have 153 to left on the penalty kill when we come back from intermission. So we have about a minute 53 left on the power play when we're on the penalty kill when we come back from intermission. And this is the best penalty kill in the league versus the 12th best power play in the league. Again, it's like Juggernaut versus still good, but just a little bit middling. However, the Bruins on the power play, especially on a good chunk of them for not power play on the penalty kill for especially at certain points in this game where they were just amazing. Like they were keeping the puck in the offensive zone more than they were trying to get the puck out of their zone, and it resulted in a fantastic goal. Where Coyle feeds Shesterkin from behind in the net. Where Coyle feeds Nosek from behind the net. Nosek fakes one way and then goes back the other way to put the puck past Shesterkin's foot, and then on the turnaround just rubs his ass in his face. It was incredible. Now that's what I call some face wash action in a shorthanded goal, dangling the reigning Vezina winner, and then shoving your ass in his face to put the Bruins up 2-0 before and this was shorthanded. Bruins kill the rest of the penalty, but eventually Marchand ends up going for interference. And don't really like to see that. Trouba fight, and this ends up being one of the a very a fun goal that you don't really see too often. And it just so happens that it happened to be against the Bruins. So Jacob Trouba at like the top of the zone, he with the puck, he's at like the freaking blue line, and he fires it on net and catches Alexei Lafreniere's stick right up the middle, and it rings around the top. It hits the post, hits the top back corner of the net, and flies right back out to. But everybody on the Rangers like that went in. we were all hoping that it didn't go in, but puck don't lie. Puck don't lie. Anyway, after the commercial break, we get a little bit of insight to the Bruins locker room, because is ABC is okay. ABC's broadcast for this one, it sucked. Like it really was not good. Like there were points in this game, um, where like the audio was bad. And I know in the pregame the audio was freaking the worst I have ever heard. It kept getting the audio feed from the it kept getting the audio feed from TD Garden and like additional microphone feed from the analysts that were there. So you when we're getting their voices twice, and it was so freaking annoying. But the one saving grace of ABC's is coverage of this game was actually another two, because one of them was Pasternak getting the wire after after the money after he signed that great contract, and the other good one was is Jim Montgomery after Jim Montgomery in the locker room after the first period, because he says that the Bruins are playing kind of pedestrian hockey, not driving the Rangers out of the building, which is usually what the Bruins end up doing to most teams on most nights. They end up just driving the opposition out of their barn. But that's not what we're doing today. And honestly, it's that kind of coaching that is going to get the Bruins far. Or coaching that realizes that just because you are up in the score does not mean that you are playing better hockey. I mean, I feel like everybody can. I feel like everybody understands this after the Calgary game. But yeah, this is another game where like yes, the Bruins are play. The Bruins have a higher score, but that doesn't mean that they're playing better. And I remember watching this. I remember hearing this, and I was like, "Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? We're up 2-1. What do you mean we're getting? What do you mean we're not playing well?" And then I realized that the Bruins are getting kind of caved in their own zone. And I'm like, great. That's what he means. That's what he means. That's not good. Good. So we had, and we're play. We end up playing a little bit better by the end of this second period, but we're still not playing great. Third period starts. Noshik ends up taking a penalty for interference, and the Bruins kill it easily. Easily, one of the some of the best effort I've seen on a penalty kill in recent since the last penalty kill that the Bruins had to take. But after Noshik's penalty dies, is the Rangers take two penalties, one right after the other. Adam Fox ends up going for tripping. Bruins are 5 in the last 48. Turns into 5 for the last 49 on power play. Then after that, Jacob Trouba ends up going for tripping, make that 5 for their last 50. But that doesn't mean that the Bruins aren't doing nothing on the power play. They're still doing really good. They're still performing. But anyway, Bergeron during the second period, during the second intermission, must have said that must have looked at the goal that Lafreniere scored and said, "You know what? I can do that too." Oh, Marchand takes the puck behind the net and passes to Bergeron. By the way, Monty said during the first intermission that he was frustrated with how many of our goals came from behind the net, and I can see what he's saying, because ultimately teams are going to catch on to that, and they're going to have someone behind the net making sure that nobody tries to pull some shenanigans. But regardless, Marchand passes to Bergeron up who's right up the gut. Bergie Bergie fires it on net, and it doinks in on the crossbar, and hits the middle post and pops out. But hey, puck don't lie. That's 3-1 Bruins. And just a little bit later, we get a fantastic play by McAvoy. I know that Pasternak ends up scoring this one, but it's McAvoy. Oh my God, is it McAvoy? The entire flow of play is going to the right wing, and McAvoy takes the puck up the. I forget who on the Bruins had the puck before her hand, but McAvoy takes the puck and he starts going the other way, and everybody is just so out of position except for Pasternak. Pasternak is right where he is, right where he always is, right where he always needs to be, and he fires it on in a very out of position Igor Shesterkin, and that puts the Bruins up 4-1. A little bit later, Bruins end up giving up a bad one, and they really cannot get the puck out of their own zone. Alexis Lafreniere takes the puck from behind, goes around on the back of the net, and sets himself up at like the bottom circle, the bottom of the the right face-off circle. It bounces up. He fires it, goes off of floorboard's stick, and it just flutters up past Olmark's glove hand. I can't fault Olmark for this one. The defense needs to be better there. The defense needs to be better there. 4-2 Bruins. Rangers pull Shesterkin. Nothing else happens. Bruins win. Oh, that's it for the Bruins for right now. The Bruins do not play another game until Thursday, March 9th against the Oilers. And then from there is the gauntlet. It is the start of the Bruins form of March Madness. It is every single week for the rest of March. It is games every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. We do not get 2 days of rest in a row until after April 2nd. After April 2nd, we do not get we get 3 days off in a row. Oh, we get the 3rd, 4th, 5th off in a row, and then we get the only game that I'm going to this season, unless the Bruins end up making the Cup Finals, because I am absolutely spending as much money as I need to get to one of the Cup Final games in TD, and so that's it for this Into the Den. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Since I'm recording this on Zoom, might as well do the whole the freaking, what is it? Most channels over there, most recent videos over there. The subscribe button.